Hey guys, this is SF and welcome to Random Top Sundays. This week it is going to be Bubble Boy and my team, the same from my video. So let's get to farming. There's not that much going on in my opinion in terms of JP wise. Of course, there is the new Jean, the Arc, Jean of Arc. And I'm gonna say one thing: she's pretty crazy. She's not crazy in the sense of Cleopatra crazy. So if you want to compare it to a little bit of Cleopatra, because they were released kind of the same way, not the same way. They were released kind of the same time, and they're both elemental limited monsters. So Cleopatra is more of a full support, but while both of them are kind of full supports, it's just that people like Cleopatra probably more than Jean from what I can predict. It's just because Cleopatra does more damage in terms of her strike shot, and of course she can support just like Jean can. Jean does more in terms of consistent damage because she is a blast type with an energy circle L, which is crazy. Which is really powerful. Of course, there are some demerits of not getting the right range of it. The attack up is not bad as well. It's a good support. Like, both of them are relatively more geared to the support side. It's just that Cleopatra does higher boss damage, like single target damage, with her strike shot, whereas Jean is more of a mob clearing type of person. Just deal as much damage to mobs, and of course the boss as well, but it's just not as much as Cleopatra in general. But of course, Cleopatra hardly does anything with her bump combo, so there is that. But either way, like, I really like Jean. Of course, I don't have her, so sad face for me. I don't think I ever rolled a Dark Hatcher. For people wondering how I got Harley X was a Legend Series exclusive, if I remember correctly, and that's where I got her. I think Harley X kind of got pulled out from that already, so I don't think you can get Harley X from there, so you have to rely on the Dark Hatcher. And I was almost going to say, like, when I was looking at the stats, I was like, if Jean's strike shot was a little bit better, like, I wouldn't say like crazy better, just something a little bit more on the damage side, I would have said, GG, Lucy, power creep has screwed you over and you're obsolete. The saving grace is that Lucy does have the better strike shot, because Lucy is also a blast energy circle L monster, and Jean is, blast energy circle L monster, has one extra null ability, and then of course Lucy has that barrier, and most people don't care about that barrier anymore for the most part. Like, there are some dungeons where it's really good, Fire Temple with the attack down, like all the attack down poison stuff, she takes in more damage, but I think you can offset that with Jean's regen ability that will heal you 2,000 per turn, every single turn, not only on Jean's turn. So as long as you have Jean on the floor on your team, you get 2,000 per turn. It's like a glorified mend ability, basically. And so you can kind of offset that with the barrier, because you're taking less damage with Lucy, but you're healing up all the damage with, well, not all the damage, but you're healing some of the damage from Jean. So they kind of balance it out. But of course, ooh, that's a ton of damage. Holy crap. Nobody's attacking next turn, so that's okay. But Lucy has the better strike shot, so that's why she's good. She's a little bit better than Jean. Jean's strike shot is not bad, it's just not as great. Like, even like a meteor, a normal command strike shot, not the motivation style strike shot, would be more than enough to say, GG Lucy, you're gone. You're gonna get replaced, and say bye bye to 10 out of 10. Because I don't think Jean is gonna be a 10 out of 10 in, of course, her current state, and even if she got a better strike shot, she wouldn't be a 10 out of 10. So there's that. In my opinion, I think Cleo's 9 right now. I think Cleo's 9. And I think Jean is either a 9.5. She's like borderline 9.5. Just because she has dual null abilities. Like, even though her strike shot's kind of meh, she is a little bit better than like Mika with the strike shot that has the same strike shot as her. And they both have double nulls and, you know, a support ability. It's just that Jean will do a lot more damage. A lot more damage with her bump combo. I think Cleo is a 9. Yep, she is a 9. So there is Jean. In terms of dungeons, the only kind of bad thing about Jean is that it won't activate when she's in ghost form, and even in those dungeons with the individual HP bars like Kane or Origami, you'll only heal her up. I think I would guess you only heal her up, not everybody. So, like I said, it's just a glorified mend ability. Mend Ableberry. It's just that cannot heal herself when she's in ghost mode because all her abilities are nullified, are basically locked during that state. But in terms of dungeons, like, there's a lot. Karma, Izanagi 0. You can probably bring her to Tsukiyomi because she has the regen. Bump combo is really good. And of course the attack up to override the attack down from Yomi. There is even Izanami, like, you know, the no gravity, no warp. There is very few of them right now in the current meta. Hanzo kind of started the trend with his no gravity bear, no warp. So, and then the next one after that was Lightning. Lightning didn't really get that great in people's eyes just because the strike shot wasn't that useful. The drain was really bad. Like, if the drain killed like 50% in a good strike shot, then it'll be nice that way. And I do have Dyna footprints, so hopefully you'll see a Dyna coming in invading during that time. And then the next no gravity, no warp is Jean, and I think Jean will be great. Will be really strong. If I had to predict, she'll be around, I think she'll be a little bit above Alice. I still don't see, like, Alice is great for farming. She's not great for like dungeon clear. Like if you really want to clear a dungeon, then you will want to avoid Alice for the most part. But if you really want to just blind flick, then of course Alice is a great monster. That's why she's still that high up. In my opinion, I think she should be a little bit lower in the standings. She is currently 5th in Darks. But forget about Jean. Let's talk about the next Colossal, Megmel. Megmel was actually a thing. It's actually a name. I Google searched it. I thought it was just like some made up name where, of course, I wouldn't think they would make up a name because of the series, because, you know, Arcadia is a real thing, and then Peng Lai was actually a real thing. But when I saw two people there, and I was thinking like, one's Meg and one's Mel. I was like, I didn't, and then after I Google search, and then it's like it's actually a real thing. So whoop-de-doo. But I am not going to be that happy because of how Arcadia and Horlai, not Horlai and Penglai came. I actually beat Penglai last time, not the last session, so I actually got Penglai. So I was really cool for that. So now I have beaten everything, and then like a week later, it's gonna be I haven't beat Magmel yet. There is a new hazard there that is, I don't know how you would call it, but I call it like a super skull. So basically, it's like a skull gimmick, but it will only proc. Like the effects will only proc if you defeat all the guys with it. So, you know, it's either really good or really bad. And in my prediction, I'll say it'll be really, really good. So, no knockouts, people. No knockouts, or else you'll be really, really screwed. If I had to predict the actual gimmick, so you know, everybody has to die for it to proc, for the effect to proc. If you knock out one of those guys, it will not proc. The skull will actually not proc, and that won't count as, like, let's say there's two guys that has the super skull on top of them, and you knock out one, and then of course kill him. So technically, the stage will have like a counter of how many skulls there are, like the maximum skulls there are. So say 2. If you clear one and you knock out one and clear it, that will actually count as 0, and then the effect won't proc because the best you can do is 1 out of 2, and you won't get the effect, and that will probably cost you the game. That's my thinking. And from the picture that has the super skull, it's Dr. Ginger and the demon from whatever the normal dungeons are, and both of them are demons. So demon slayers should be good. It's just a matter of which way you pull it, either like in terms of gimmicks. So if it's damage walls, then Agnamut is really good. Let's see, where's the demon? And we don't know, of course, the class of Magmel, so Magmel could be totally different. But if mob clearing is really, really pivotal, then I would say like a demon slayer would be really, really good. It's just a matter of who has a fire demon slayer, like a fire demon slayer. Is there a fire demon no gravity barrier? Like Daisy is a fiend slayer. Oh my god, my internet is like dying right now. So, and a lot of people are thinking Brahma will be really, really good. So you might think like no warps. So let's see the fire monsters that have. Yoshimune is a demon slayer that is no damage wall, Moto whatever. Buriaris is a demon slayer as well. I don't know how to say her name, but you know the one that starts with a B with the demon slayer L with the speed up, and she is a no warp as well if I remember. So if it's going the no warp route, then she would be pretty OP. Yeah, demon slayer L and then no warp. So if you're going by no warp, then Brahma would be really crazy because he is a fire slayer and they no warp. And then demon slayer, holy crap, that's a lot of damage. And nobody's attacking, but I do want to clear. I want to actually do some damage. Let's see the damage. Okay, there we go. Demon's Bane wise, let me check the Demon's Bane. I should do like Elemental Slayers as well, but I think it's only. Well, it's probably only not Roma, Brahma for that category. And Demon's Bane, Fire Monsters. And internet is struggling. Let's see, Fire Santa Claus, that's a no-no. Lady Shizuka, the Ascended form, is a Demon Slayer, Demon's Bane M, and she has a damage wall in that. L, there's no fire one, so that basically negates any of that. So, prediction, no warps, so you're gonna be probably guessing Brahma and Hanzo for the most part, and this is a really bad shot, so I'm not gonna do it. I do have an extra turn. What other good no warps out there? Let's see, no warps. Fire no warps. Hanzo, Brahma, Avalon, Arcadia. If you're going by that as well, because usually Colossals and Impossibles, like one's good for the other. So Izanami was good for Kushinada was good for Yamato Takeru, and then Yamato Takeru was good for Izanami, but it was more for Izanagi. And I need to strike shot. So you might go for that stance, like even in the second round, the first round Colossals. Well, it's not that great, but like Avalon was good for Shambhala was good for Nilai Kanai, and then that was pretty much it. You can bring Nilai Kanai to Yomi, and then Yomi was somewhat useful in Eden. I wouldn't say super useful, but you know but you can probably make it work if you position well. But you know, that's kind of like a gray line there. So you can kind of expect, so Penglai's good for Arcadia, and then Arcadia good for Megmel, and then Megmel good for Penglai. If you, I don't know the stats of Megmel, so there's that. Other no warps, Asuka, Eva 2, that's pretty good. Iwatoshi is basically no damage wall, no warp, and a Robin Hood strike shot, the wall bouncing strike shot. But yeah. So hopefully, and then Arcade is really good if everything is a demon there, so his bomb combo can proc to all the demons and could possibly clear all of them in one shot. So I think so if I have to actually think about it, it's going to be, for me, it's going to be 2 Arcadias. I don't know what's a good no warp max luck I can bring. Final Fantasy's Gilgamesh might be not bad. What other ones? Mary's not that bad. The Santa, Christmas, Dao-chan. I do have a lot to choose from. Like even Nico Telebi-chan is a glorified Izanami. I do have Izanami Max Luck as well. So my prediction is no warps. And mobs are pretty much all demons. So bring Demon Slayers, aka Bradier, whatever her name is. And then Arcadia's not bad because his bump combo can clear demons really fast, because they're all the same class. And you just gotta make sure that you don't knock out the skull guys, because I don't think the effect will proc if you hit them all. like if you knock out one of them. So there's that. But we will see. It's coming out next week, so hopefully. But it's kind of misleading, the actual statement of the skulls is if you clear them all, but there's something will happen. So that's the line. But is it clearing them all at the same turn? Like in the same shot? I don't know. Or it could be like you can clear one and then next turn you can finish off clearing and then they'll still proc. So there is, you know, that not misleading information, it's just that not specified information, like very vague information. But other than that, nothing really crazy. In terms of Magmel, you just gotta remember it is a Colossal, it's gonna be really hard. Like even if you predict right, like even if my prediction is right, it might not be that easy. And I should talk about the Brave Girls series because I did say last week that I'll leave it off till this week. In terms of their stats, nothing really like kind of popped for me. Like, holy crap, this monster is like crazy good. Like Elizabeth's like it's like she's there. She is a Pierce no damage wall, so good for the floor 33rd if you need monsters with that, but she's pretty much more for Shamba more than anything. Just because stats recovery can heal off if you accidentally hit the left arm, the right arm of Shamba, which is on the left of your point of view. And then stats recovery is also good for the poison if you get poisoned, especially with like Basilisk one shot or other stuff. Of course, you cannot stats recovery the chicken, the magic floor, so be wary of that. What other things? And then of course Volta S is really good as a sub bump combo. Lady Tomoe, my super water slayer, so Yamato Takeru 0 monster. And then although it's 28 turns for her strike shot, which can nulls the nulls the needle floors in that dungeon. And then Ascension is a no warp, and let's just strike shot because I don't want to deal with this. And no warp and no gravity barrier. Strike shot's not that bad as well, and I totally missed. I was thinking the laser was a little bit more wider. Calamity Jane was, I think, like kind of like the throwaway. I wouldn't say a throwaway. It's like she's not that bad. Like a blast bump, spark bullet with bump combo critical can be good if you've seen like videos of like stacking, like with my Avalon stacking of Lancelots. That will be really strong. But still, I don't think it's that great. The Ascension is a Demi-Human Slayer XL, so it might be really good for Anko, the lethal. Not lethal. Yeah, lethal. Stage for the series. And Shotgun, not bad, you know. But it's just that she doesn't have any no abilities. In terms of the Descend monster, Sweet Deer, kind of there, like not bad, just not that great. And Bubble Boy is a little bit different. It's a little bit different. And I totally messed up that page. I think he's a no win, no warp, and then a no whip, no warp, and then clone strike shot. Uncle is of course the harder one. It's the hardest one. Most people will go for Ascend just because she has double abilities, and I don't really see the point of the evolve form unless you're going for, I don't even know what you're going for. Of course, Tag Laser is really strong. If you can, Tag Laser is really strong if you can actually hit it. Some people will probably not care that much. So they might go for the Ascend form with the double, no gravity barrier, and no warp. And I'm almost there. Need to grab that heart. And then, of course, Ascendant is not that bad. Like, short spread on the main bump is always good for it. I really want to show you Hakua. I don't know if I want to. Ooh, that's nice. Like, yeah, like I really want to show you Hakua. Hopefully this, like the actual animation of it coming down, get it on video. Next is Kasim. So Brave Girls, like I said, like you wouldn't expect much, nothing much popping in terms of the monsters, nothing really crazy. Like they're good monsters for dungeons that already have good monsters. So they're not that needed. In global news, Loki and Ra has been released. I have 3 Lokis and I haven't even done one of them, so I need to farm those gems, and holy crap, it's back up already. So I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna be holy crap with Loki, and I think on Thursday of this week was a call, so I'm pretty sure like everybody was like going crazy with Loki there. Hopefully this will net me. Oh, I'm gonna get sucked in by the leaf and gonna get blocked. Sad face. Next is bomb. Okay, not bad, not bad. Survive. And then one more. There we go. Okay, Dinah, come down. Oh, yep, there you go. Yay, Dinah. It's my 4th time having Dinah, so I think it's my 4th time. I did, of course, 1 during the first time she came with the Monster Striker series, 2 from the last series, and then of course 1 here. So 4th time for Dinah, and that should end this week's Random Talk Sunday. But all in all, like, you heard my predictions for the new Colossal, how Jean is pretty good, and then Global has Loki and Ra, which, you know, if you want more information, then you go to the Monster of the Week videos. I did both of them. I did for both of them, so you can check that out. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.